Beep, 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 beep. Turn on your computer, dial up the web, download some information into your head. It's Dr. John and Delilah, they're having a great time. Data to do, it's simply true, we're the Sexperts.
And we're recording, and intro music, and hi there! Welcome to the Sexperts. I am your host, Dr. John T. Alanese, SCPM, that's Senior Certified Professional Midwife.
That it is. And I am Delilah, hey there. And I am a professional croquet player, and I just landed, and I'm a little bit loopy.
Yeah, no, we're here live, Norfolk International Airport, and welcome back. I got you some roses.
They're beautiful,
Yeah.
and I appreciate you meeting me here. I did not want to Uber home.
I Ubered here.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so we are going to have to get an Uber back.
We'll lift.
Okay, we are the Sexperts. We are your Sexperts. We've been serving the Hampton Roads and
In international.
area for what we have 72 combined years of sexpertise.
Yeah, sometimes I close my eyes and think about all the people all over the world who have had sex thanks to our information that we spread and all the sex they have. I just close my eyes and picture them. And it's a beautiful thing.
Well, speaking of spread, let's introduce our topic of the day because we have a very fascinating guest for you in just a little bit. But every week we come to you live from a different location with a very fascinating, sometimes controversial. This one is controversial today.
Yeah, so if you're listening, Oprah, put it down.
Controversial sex topic. And today's comes from a reader named Alba. I can't pronounce her last name.
Woolard.
And it's to pee or not to pee. That is female ejaculate. Thank you for that topic suggestion. So I've been researching female ejaculate all night, and
It's a hard word to spell.
Oh yeah, no, I just put a little picture of it in my notes. But we'll talk all about that in just a little bit. I do want to introduce our guest. Hi there, welcome.
Hey, thanks for having me. So good to be here.
Thank you for being on the show. We definitely want you to talk about female ejaculate in just a little bit. But introduce yourself to our audience.
My name's Archie Finkle.
Yeah.
I was a vaudeville performer with my wife for many years. God rest her soul.
Oh, no.
And I've done the various odd jobs ever since, vaudeville went out of style. But I'm happy to be here at the airport.
Thank you. And you said, wait, what was your name again? Archie?
Archie.
Archie. Can I call you Archie?
Please.
Or-
Hey, don't call me late for dinner. That joke used to be very topical.
Because of the Great Depression?
Yeah,
where
if you were called late for dinner, you didn't get anything.
Oh, shit. Was that the roughest time you've had? Talk to us about
Oh, there was so many rough times. There was that. It was the Great Depression was really rough on everybody. We were all, very depressed. We had one day we had just a bowl of dust to eat. And there's not much, substance in that, And then, I remember I tried to, things kept going downhill. I tried to fight in World War I.
Well, you tried?
They said I was too old.
Wait, how old are you, sir?
Who has time to count?
So wait, how did that work?
I showed up and they're like, "You're too old," and I was all upset. And the thing is, we didn't call it World War I. We just called it the Great War because we were like, "Oh, after this, there will be no more war." And for the most part, yeah, we were right. There've been a few minor things, but that was the big one.
Were you really disappointed, that you didn't get to fight in the war? What were your reasons
For wanting to do it? It's what you did. It's, it was like, oh, we're at war. I guess this is what we do. So, I wasn't able to do that. I had to plant a victory garden.
I'm picturing you just walking out there and taking swings.
Yeah, that's what I tried, but that's when I started finding that, I started performing on stages again, and it was very nice. I used to perform with my wife, Tina. Oh, I miss her so much.
What kind of act did you do together?
Oh, we did everything. We would do the juggling and the jokes, and she would dance. We had a little dog that would come out and do some tumbles that represented the Industrial Revolution. It was an educational show for the children.
They call it edutainment now. What happened to the dog? Is he still around?
He's still alive.
The wife died.
Yeah, the wife died.
Rest in peace.
The wife died trying to save the dog. She was successful.
Tell us about that.
Oh, so we had a hot plate, because we were on the road traveling with the shows, right? And we plugged it in because I really wanted to make, I wanted to make some food, some beans, and there it was. And the dog is very smart. He's very, very smart, but cannot work a can opener to save its life. The next thing we know, it's knocked over everything, and there's a fire, and my wife, Tina, oh, God rest her soul, goes in and saves the dog. But as she comes out triumphantly, she's hit by a bus.
So the bus hit her while the dog was in the arms, and the dog like flew out.
Yeah,
sort of thing?
well, the bus was careening into the building to put out the fire.
The dog landed, did 3 flips. It was fine.
That's how we started. We were like, oh, this will, like, so now when he would flip, it was a tribute to my wife Tina. God rest her soul. It was fantastic.
I'm so sorry to hear that your wife passed.
It's fine. It was a very long time ago.
My wife had a brief. Mildred had a brief run-in. I had to go to Johns Hopkins just last week to get a transplant. She's actually doing fine. She's out of the iron lung.
Wow, is she like moist from being in there?
Why are you asking about my wife's moisture?
I've never seen
Delilah?
anyone that
I
came
bet
out.
she smelled. I can't imagine that. Like it would just smell like old bacon.
I've never seen anyone come out of an iron lung. What do they look like?
Speaking of moist, let's talk about our topic of the day, which is to pee or not to pee. That is female ejaculate.
Did you ever do any like serious theater?
I would do a little bit. We tried to, at one point I did Hamlet.
You did?
I did. Yeah, it was back. It was a new play at the time. And people, they would show up and do it, and it was fantastic. I did it with my wife, God rest her soul. She played the skull.
You still have your wife's skull?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's what she wanted. Her dying words were, use my skull in a production of something.
She didn't tell you exactly what.
No, and that's the thing. Is I had to do a lot of,
she wasn't controlling.
No, there wasn't a lot. But there's not a lot of options. What do you know? You can't just put it like, waiting for Godot with a skull.
I probably would have done a reenactment of He-Man and used her as Castle Grayskull.
A reenactment of He-Man.
Oh, you said He-Man. I thought that was a guy I used to perform with. He would lift. He was a strong man. He would lift like 2 ladies up on his arms, and he would lift them higher. And then that was the end of the show.
You talked about him in the past tense. Did he pass as well?
He died a very long time ago.
What happened?
He lifted too many ladies. You got to pace yourself. It's very important to pace yourself.
I wish it was that.
But you would get for a nickel, you'd get 4 hours of shows, a ham, and a piece of lumber. It was a real bargain.
You could probably build a house with that lumber.
If you go to enough shows, that's why people did it. They're like, oh, you get the ham and you do the lumber, and it was a deal.
That's where the name vaudeville came from, is they would make cities out of this lumber.
Yeah, the word vaud, the Latin word vaud.
For wood. Vod for wood. I'm getting the accent now.
Yeah, there it is.
By the way, I want to go back. I hope you're not offended. Delilah sometimes doesn't have a lot of perspective, but you said serious theater?
Yeah.
Were you offended by that? Because vaudeville to you is probably serious.
Everything's serious to me. To me, there was no line. I'd come out, hey, you want me to do a little dance and get knocked over and fall over? I can do that. You want me to come out and tell you a beautiful soliloquy? I can do that too, while also falling. That was kind of my main shtick, was I was a tumbler. I'd fall. It was,
So the dog was just emulating its owner.
Well, I think that's how he trained. I didn't mean to. It just happened. My wife, Tina, oh, God rest her soul, was like, you should use the dog.
Speaking of not meaning to, it just happened.
Oh, good transition, Delilah. To pee or not to pee, that is female ejaculate. I actually have a sample right here that we can all taste.
But before we get to that, are you performing tonight?
Yeah,
is that why you're here?
I just flew in.
Because we need to let our listeners know.
I'm very excited. It's going to be good. I'm going to be doing dirty limericks. I'm expanding myself.
Oh, those are big now.
They're
Dirty
huge.
limericks?
Yeah.
Dirty limericks, but I do it while playing the piano and occasionally juggling.
Dirty limericks are like the original meme.
Can I try one out?
Please.
I think I know the rhythm. I once had a wife named Mildred. She got out of an iron lung, and now I've found a kindred spirit in her cunt.
Can I give you a few notes?
Yes, please.
So that was good. It was a good opportunity. But if you were maybe falling down when you said that, because that's the funny thing. It's like, oh, there's a guy on stage. We're supposed to respect him, but he fell down, and there we are.
But I like the stick you have where all of your limericks end with the same word. Regardless. I always know where it's going to land.
Yeah. Well, thank you for those notes. I thought it was more in the verbalization, like the words I said, but it's more in the action. I like that.
No, you gotta fall down. You gotta fall down. Please. Are you gonna fall down?
Oh yeah.
Or are you gonna waste the time?
Yeah, I'm gonna take what you taught him and apply it to me.
Build on it.
Go for it.
There once was a man who played croquet.
I like it. Take us on this journey.
He played it really well all day.
Very nice.
He sat on a bar stool.
I like the tap dancing you're doing.
The ladies started to drool and he said, "I'm sorry, girls, but I'm gay."
All right, now finish it. Now finish it. Yes, there it is. Oh, that
he's
was
a tumbler.
That was fantastic.
He's a tumbler.
I'll tumble for you. That's a fun accent to do.
Yeah, that was good.
That's a fun accent.
I don't call it an accent. I just call it the way I talk.
Where are you from?
Oh, who can know anymore? We traveled around so much.
Well, you said you were around when Hamlet was in previews.
Oh, there we were at the Globe Theater. It's fantastic. The rich people came in and they're like, "Oh, we want to see a play," and here we are. And there were no women in the cast.
Except for your wife.
Yeah, well, I met her. That's how I met her. She came to go see the show, and she's like, "There's no women in the cast," and we're like, "Hey." And that's how we invented vaudeville.
Oh, so vaudeville is just Shakespearean acting with women.
Yet,
Wow.
yet one more time that Wikipedia has let me down. That hasn't told me the real story.
I don't trust the internet. I tried to get on it one time, and there was horrible stuff on there. Have you been to this thing called Yahoo?
No.
Not in many years.
He's right, though. He's right. It's like the internet, you try to get on, but it's not like an airplane. You can get on an airplane. It's easy. There's a door, you walk on. The internet?
Is that a metaphor?
Maybe if you Googled something besides cunt.
That's the thing.
Speaking of, God, we get blue.
I don't get it. It's Google and Bing and Yahoo and cunt. Which one do I use?
Pee or not to pee, that is female ejaculate, which is our topic of the day.
I sometimes pee when I don't mean to.
Like when you're laughing or when you're tumbling?
I don't know. Sometimes when I'm just standing.
Well, you're getting...
I shift my weight a little bit and then, there it is. It's very embarrassing.
You're getting older, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you look good for your age.
I get up every day and I run 1 mile.
Wow.
And I crush a pine cone.
With what part of your body?
It varies.
Whatever part you're working out that day.
Yeah, it depends. Because here's the thing: have you ever grabbed a pine cone?
I touch it gingerly. So
Exactly,
I don't get
that's
stuck,
the thing.
yeah.
So you crush it; it forces you to use muscles that you didn't know you had.
Wow.
That
What was your
metaphor for life.
What was your best day during the Depression?
Oh, there was a day. This guy came in. He had a car. I had never seen a car before. Came rolling up in it, and that wasn't the cool part because I'd heard about them, but I'd never heard about this. He came rolling up, and he opened up the back, and he pulled out this little trunk. And I knew about trunks. I was not impressed with that either. And he opened up the trunk, and he brought out this big, like, it was like a canvas thing. I didn't know what I was like, what are you going to do with this thing? What are we going to do with this? And it was a parachute, but he wasn't in a plane. So then he laid it out, and like he had everybody, like all the kids in town grabbed it and they shook the parachute. And we went under it, and it was the most fun we ever had.
Wow!
And he called it Field Day.
The advent of Field Day.
Oh,
Wow.
it was impressive. And it kept growing. Like the next year, he showed up and he brought out a spoon, and we're like, oh, what, are we gonna eat pudding or something? And he didn't do it. He pulled out an egg. And you'll never believe what he did with the spoon and the egg.
Well, he obviously probably ate it.
No, that's what I thought.
Oh.
I was like, oh, we're going to eat. We haven't eaten all week. And he's like, you can't eat this egg. And so we were first very upset about that. You had to carry the egg, but not with your hands, but with your spoon.
It would fall off, though, if it was...
It's where the skill comes in.
Yeah.
You have to pace yourself. The way I would do it is you have to hum a song in your head to get the pace right. Turkey in the straw works out perfect.
A lot of people don't know that basically Field Day is what fixed the economy and ended the Great Depression.
Oh, it's amazing.
People having free fun and eating healthy.
He showed back up and he goes, you got all these sacks here from out of, we didn't have food, but we had all these like flour sacks.
Let's tie these kids' legs together.
Yeah, like what if we like get in the sacks and jump around? Oh, I'll never forget the time Theodore Roosevelt came to town.
Was that him? That was a guy?
That's what we called him.
Big Teddy. I like it when you call me Big Teddy.
He said, hop softly in a big sack.
Speaking of hopping softly in a big sack, to pee or not to pee, that is female ejaculate. Do you
guys mind if I smoke?
Oh,
You smoke?
this is an airport. I'm not.
They could. Yeah, what are they gonna do? No,
Go for it.
TSA can like fuck you up a little bit.
I'm getting it's gonna take some time. I gotta pack the pipe first.
Oh, you're into like hand rolling or hand piping or whatever it's called?
I mean, I have a pipe. It's what you have to do.
I'm not a smoker, so I don't know.
I never trusted cigarettes. I don't like anything that you burn and then throw away.
Well, what happened to your wife?
She burned. That's why. I used to smoke cigarettes. After that, I was like, they felt wrong, sacrilege or something.
God. Can I have? I see you have a little packet of the cookies they give you on the airplane. Can I have those? I haven't eaten all day.
Careful opening those.
Why?
Aren't they pressurized for up there? Like if you open them, they might explode.
Nah, that's insane.
I actually won these. This is the prize for the.
Oh, whoa! It was pressurized.
You should have fallen at the end, kid. You had the perfect opportunity there.
Damn it! Thank you for the note.
That was actually the prize of the croquet tournament that I just won.
Oh,
And you're just gonna eat it?
I didn't know that before I ate it. Sorry. Talk to me about croquet. Tell me about croquet.
Well,
You don't sound very excited.
your chewing is driving me nuts. Okay, I hate you. Right now.
All right, almost got my pipe ready.
Okay, listen. Croquet is a ancient sport
What's up?
invented by the Egyptians when they didn't have any money.
Let's do a fact check. Archie, is that true?
I'll type it in the count real quick. Hold on. Or should I use Google or Bing? What am I doing?
Bing.
Bing.
And anyways, I'm just getting back to my roots because I'm from an Egyptian family.
What?
Delilah's an Egyptian name.
Oh, hey there. Yeah.
I thought you looked familiar.
Wait.
That was you.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
That was you.
Wait a minute. Did I perform with your great grandfather? Used to
Oh.
do like a magic Egyptian act.
Yeah. Yeah.
Louis Haydair. Are you Louis Haydair? Are you little Louis Haydair? Oh my God! What a small world.
It's amazing.
Here, take some of my pipe.
Just like I was a kid.
There it is.
Wow. You guys go way back then.
We do. Man, my grandfather was quite the dirty lyricist.
Oh, he was good. He was good. All in ancient Egyptian. It was in hieroglyphics.
He would write them on
Like
the
there was
wall.
there was once a guy that stood like this, and there was a bird and a river beside him, and then he fell down, and that was beautiful.
Yeah, and honestly, limericks have come a long way since then. But he was great in his time.
Oh, he was fantastic. I'm so sorry.
was like
Sorry
the
to
Mick
hear
Jagger.
he passed. So sorry to hear he passed.
Yeah.
Well, he had a nice long life, not as long as yours.
Oh well, yeah.
He-
Pine cones.
He produced the
Did you guys get the wreath I sent?
the pine cone wreath.
Yeah, the pine cone wreath.
Yeah,
I sent that, and I sent a pineapple to show that I was sorry that he passed. Did you guys get that?
I didn't realize it was a reef. I thought it was kindling. I burnt it.
Oh, you burnt it and threw it away? I
Yeah.
hate that.
Sorry about that. Did you know that his grandpappy actually produced the Michael Jackson video? Do you remember the time?
Yeah.
Remember, it was set in the ancient Egypt.
Do I remember when he did? Do you remember? I do.
So you're smoking in the airport.
What a wonderful time to be alive.
One of my favorite Motley Crue songs.
Smoking in the airport. Is that how it goes?
I believe so.
Okay, speaking of
I carved this pipe from a larger pipe.
Wait, what?
I had a big pipe, and I carved it down to this little one.
Is that...
I believe that's called whittling.
You don't tell me what it is.
Talk about your wife a little bit more.
Oh, Tina, God rest her soul. She was beautiful. She could play the piano. She could juggle. She did puppets.
God.
It was just, she was the light of my life.
Any kids?
No, we were too busy performing. I always, and I regret that. I regret that I don't have any like great grandchildren or anything anymore.
Maybe you can adopt Delilah as one of your... I mean, you knew his grandpappy.
I'd like you to call me Gragra.
Call you what?
Gragra.
Okay. If you look at the wall where he left his will and testament of what should happen to me, you kind of look like what he drew there.
Ah,
Oh my God.
that's the nicest thing anybody's ever said to me.
It's destiny. Oh, man. You know what? I was about to get to our topic of the day, but our Uber is here.
The hell is an Uber?
Oh, you're gonna love this one. What is in his trunk? He's pulling out a parachute.
Oh, I can finally die.
Wait. Oh my
This is
God.
what I've been waiting
Don't go to
for.
the light.
No, this is
We
all
never had a
I've
guest
wanted.
die on us.
He's tumbling away.
I love you, grandson.
Wow, he just tumbled in dust. Well,
Man.
that's all the time we have on the Sexperts.
Grandparents, easy come, easy go.
I am your host, Dr. John T. Alanese, SCPM.
And I'm Delilah Haydair, and I'm going to have to bury my grandfather. Let's burn him and throw him away.
See you sex time. There's the dog.
Gotta to do it simply true. We're the Sexperts.
That's our show. If you like what you heard and you think it was worth $1, join the official Sexperts fan club at patreon.com/Sexperts podcast. A special thanks to the Push Comedy Theater and all of our supporters. Bye-bye.